What's going on, guys? It's Alex, better known as Google Tricks on the Internet, and we're back, boys. Another 100k Gamerscore video, per usual. Finally reached 600k. Seems like it didn't take too long, in fact. Probably like, what, 3 or 4 months, I think. I say that and I have tabs open literally for the occasion, so let's see, where's my good old 500? That was in June this year, and then when did I hit 600? Yeah, so as you can see at the bottom right, it looks like it's been a month since I got to this point, and I, I've been not recording the video because I'm a lazy sap, but it is what it is. So yeah, it looks like it took about 3 months to get to this level of Gamerscore. Well, about 3.5 months, I guess, right? Because it was at the start of June and then mid-September, right? Blowing on my microphone, lovely. But yeah, so. Yeah, I kind of sped things up just for the 600, and I guess I've floundered since, but yeah, gotta get the video out, of course, and yeah, I mean, as you can see by this graph as well, shout out to True Achievements, by the way, a great site for recording a lot of these achievement antics that I like to look at and make videos, I guess, on. So, but yeah, as you can see, it definitely has a very straight line look. Surprisingly, for only 3 months, it's definitely a sharp uptick compared to this more linear line-ish. Yeah, I mean, here it was more linear. This is kind of like oopity 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 oopity, and then it very much plateaus at the start. But regardless, yeah, we're here, and I'm gonna talk about games. So, based on my last video here, yeah, my last game that I maybe was touching on was Serious Sam 4, which I potentially scrolled down to. Yes, okay. So there it is, and we'll just go up and, per usual, just talk about the games as I go. I'll try not to go too in depth. I will say, not the first time I've recorded this video, funnily enough. Let's just say Alex yesterday on a Saturday, we don't need to hear that, or on a Saturday to Sunday, was recording this video, and it was quite the lengthy boy, and as you can see on the black screen, someone forgot in OBS to actually record the visuals, right? So, this definitely ain't my first rodeo. I say as I literally have a catalog of videos doing the exact thing that I'm doing right now, and yet I fumble the bag seemingly every time. Probably because I take too many breaks with this whole YouTube thing, but no one cares. Shut up. Let's get to the achievements. So, as always, I hope you enjoy, and feel free to take notes, I guess, on some of these games, because I will say a lot of these that I'm about to go through are very inexpensive in their inherent nature, and I don't know what that means, but we'll get to it when we get to it, because there's a handful of games here that provide a lot of Gamerscore at a very, very low price. And in fact, I say that, let's grab the calculator because I know I'll need it for later. But yeah, I guess we'll start from Serious Sam Windows 4 and we'll just go up from there. So obviously Serious Sam 4, I don't remember if I actually covered it in that video, but it was like the cutoff point. That was a Game Pass game that was getting taken away, and I liked the first Serious Sam that I played on the Xbox, the old box of X's here, so I decided to play it on the Windows 10 version because it was just that much fun. And games on KBAM are always just fun when they're, at least for first-person shooters in that case. So yeah, Outbreak Epidemic, cheap game that I think I got for maybe $2-ish bucks. Generally, any games that have 1,000 Gamerscore, I will set a definitive price at $1 to $2, just because I don't like wasting money, and yeah, I think that speaks for itself. I just usually like to buy easy to acquire achievement type games, or just games in general, if they're below that price and I'm like, ooh, I like that, or you know, it gives me some achievement praise, as it were. So yeah, and we'll definitely be seeing a lot of those as we go through here, so I thought I'd just throw that out there. But yeah, Outbreak is one of those games, and the whole Outbreak series, I guess, I should mention, has a ton of games that are half easy, half not so easy. As you can see by the true achievement ratio to 1,000 Gamerscore, and I guess the ones that I've played, some of these games are very much easy, and then some of them are very much not so easy. And they kind of take after the Resident Evil series. At least some of the games I know are on the like whole old tank controls that Resident Evil used to have. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I don't know why I went so in depth in a game that probably doesn't matter. Unlike Metal Hellsinger, a game on Game Pass that I had played, I don't think when it initially dropped on Game Pass, but I noticed that it was a quick completion, 6 to 8 hours I believe, but I beat it in like half the time. Yep, pretty nice. You can basically play the game on assist mode and turn the game from a rhythm-based shooter to a Doom, essentially. Like you're just playing Doom, but there's just bopping music. It's just Doom, but I like this game a lot. Definitely a fun one. You don't really need to play it to be a rhythm game because you can just put on assist mode and chow down on that sweet, sweet gamer score if you so desire. Not on Game Pass anymore though, and we'll get to that because it has a Windows this is the Windows 10 / Xbox Series XS version. Shame I didn't play it on Windows because I'm sure this game on KVM would have been fun, but it also has an Xbox One stack, which I played before this version, and its Xbox One counterpart got taken off Game Pass, so yeah. The Division 2, I know I've played the Division 1 and 2 at this point. I believe I bought this game for $3 back in like 2020 or 2021. Because yeah, it was $3, which was wild at the time, and I was like, oh my god, I need to buy it. And then I held on to it for about 2 to 3 years, so I finally decided to play it, and I enjoy it. I'm not really big into the whole looter-shooter game loop. I just find it to be very repetitively unfun, kind of like, I mean, with Borderlands and Destiny and those types of looter-shooters, I just kind of get because it's like, maybe not so much for Borderlands, but for Destiny and some other looter shooters like The Division and Division 2, it just feels like the progression of the game feels very on rails in a way. But there's still a lot of side content, but it feels so meaningless compared to just playing like the on rails campaign stuff that just gives you ooga booga best weapons ever, you know? So, yeah, those are my 2 thoughts on, or my 2 cents on it. Jeez, 2 thoughts. It's not even that late, everybody. Come on, gosh. But yeah, decent game. It has some achievements in here that get really annoying that I just didn't want to keep playing the game for, so I just gave up on the 1,000. But it was a fun one while I played it, and I don't play games to get completions per se. I'll play them if I want to, and if it's fun enough, or it's something I'm interested in. But definitely not to cook my brain on, let's put it that way. Amnesia the Bunker, I only picked up this game, and the only reason it's here is because it has a speedrun achievement, and if you didn't know, when this game came out on release, it had a very funny little speedrun that takes about 2 minutes if you're bad at it. And yeah, you can just clip through the wall and immediately jump to the end of the game, and I basically grabbed the achievement for completing like the devs speed run and stuff like that, basically because it was on release and I feared that it would get patched out. I don't know if it did, the whole like speed run tech of just clipping out of the wall at the start of the game, but I don't know. So yeah, and it's on Game Pass, so why the hell not, everybody? Row 96, D'Orange, I think that's French. 2 games that were on Game Pass, quick and easy completions, pretty decent, pretty fun. I think Road 96 has been taken off since, and D'Orange is still on there. D'Orange. I remember first time I recorded this, I didn't even pronounce that, so that's fine. Titan Chaser and Promethea. Promethea is a funny little procedurally generated walking simulator game. Both of these are obviously easy for achievements, and yeah, pretty interesting games, I'd say. Promethea more so than Titan Chaser because it ends quicker, but yeah, just 2 funny little games to grab some achievos, and especially Promethea because I think this game goes on sale pretty frequently and it's pretty darn cheap. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I believe this is well, I mean, this is one of the first Xbox games I've ever owned, actually, since I got my Xbox One, yeah, in 2014, everybody, can you believe that? And then later, I finally grabbed up my last achievements here. That's crazy. But yeah, I pretty much had to boost with a buddy to, get the final 1000 here, or at least the 20, for a very annoying multiplayer achievement in Black Flag. So finally knocked that out for the funsies of it. Yeah, we do love that. Pillar, a very not so great easy achievement game. Just has a lot of very finicky puzzles that are a pain to play, I'd say. So yeah, Forza Horizon. I mean, we all know what Forza is, right? This is the first game, and I love me Forza, so I went back with, I think, that same buddy, in fact, that was doing Black Flag, to grab some of the achievements that are still remaining on this game, since a lot of them have been set to discontinued. I think just because multiplayer servers are kind of iffy, so you can do multiplayer in like the open world, but not races for some reason, which is very strange. So yeah, grab that, nice and good. Amori, I think I played, obviously I played this when it was getting taken off Game Pass. It was on my watch list, I suppose. A lot of these games, by the way, you'll notice, I played as they were getting taken off Game Pass, because whenever a 15-day window notification, I guess is how I describe it, pops in about Game Pass games getting taken off, they jump to the top of my priority list, and I play them ASAP. So yeah, Amori, I'm sure you know this game already. It's a good one, I'd say. Definitely a fun RPG, turn-based RPGs. I can't hate on turn-based RPGs at all, and I'd say this game was pretty decent for sure. I don't really have any gripes with it, so yeah. It did have, or I think the dev had some controversy, maybe not recently, but at some point, which is why it got taken off Game Pass. And yeah, that's all I can recall. I read an article somewhere, I think, that just said that like it got taken off Xbox and the Game Pass because the dev wore some less than desirable clothes or posted something weird on Twitter. I don't know, the usual cancel type of stuff. So yeah, Hawken, free game on Xbox that you can just play and have a good get with. Just want to make sure I was recording. Whoopsie daisy. But yeah, if you have two Xboxes at your disposal or a friend to play with, you can essentially just get all the achievements very easily, because this is a very dead game. So you can just hop in and kill your buddies to get some very grindy but I guess hefty achievements. So yeah. And then we have our good old pinball games. I believe this is also a free game on Xbox, which is why I only have 4 of 10 achievements compared to some of our other pinballs that we see up here. I think you could only get the 4 achievements, 4 out of 10, without buying stuff, microtransaction stuff, DLCs, I guess, to essentially get other pinball tables and be able to actually play the game for achievements. But yeah, that's one sad part about it, and I obviously didn't want to shill out. I don't know how much tables are in that game, but I didn't care to do so. So yeah, Jurassic Pinball, I mean pinball, woohoo. And then these two are like top-down pinball games that are just brutal. I don't know if I'll ever go back to get some of these achievements, because they are just despicable, to say the least. You just really have to get some hard-earned luck in these two. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. Bertram, I think there was a achievement that I was hanging on to since 2020, apparently, or this game I've been holding on to since 2020, and I recently picked it back up to do this one achievement for it, because I just didn't want to replay the game, I guess. But up until now, at least, I guess I didn't get so burnt out. So yeah. I think the same goes actually in 2020 for Valiant Hearts and Night Squad here. These two games are games for gold games, or were games for gold games. And yeah, I just recently went back to pick up the final achievements here. since I played them in 2020, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, 3 years later, and I'm like, yep, I'll just have like every completion that I didn't have before. Nice. Guts and Goals, another Games for Gold game, but for some reason, as you can see, I only have half the Gamerscore. I don't know why, but this game has like a weird bug where it just locks you out of playing the game after you get so far in the game for some reason. Like, you just get hard locked out and you can't play. I don't really know why, but yeah. Average Xbox moment there, I guess. Bramble. Game Pass game. Pretty quick, pretty decently easy, and I don't want to say fun because I remember the pain of that game. If you know, you know. One Step After Fall. A very controversial, quick and easy achievement game. I only bought this one, but I believe this game used to have up to like 8 stacks of itself. Now it might only have 5? Yeah. So I have the Xbox One version. This is the quote-unquote Series XS version for some reason. That's like double the price, which is really odd. And all these, I think, still have 3,000 gamer score. No, these couple have 2,000, which is interesting. And then I guess these two got delisted, but I do remember, I think there were like multiple languages, like more than Deutsch, Jesus, German, dumbass, and Spanish, so yeah. Pretty funny one there, but yeah, worth the time, since I guess it had 3K to give me. And I think this is when we're gonna start seeing a lot of games here, by the way, everybody, that juiced up my gamer score quite rapidly. But first we'll talk about Need for Speed Heat, a pretty fun Game Pass racing game. I mean, I have never really played any Need for Speed games, but this one was pretty good and I enjoyed it, so yeah. Nothing too crazy, just needed some, I think you needed like one guy to essentially boost with you to get this really, I was gonna say annoying achievement, but you just had to like race in a circle essentially for like an hour or 2 hours to get this one, I remember. And then this one you needed to like be friends with someone that could invite you to a crew to boost you as well. So had 2 boosting achievements in that game. Pretty whack. Mini faces, I think this guy, Squad Killer, Petty Pits, and I think Project Starship. These 4 had added 1,000 gamer score, so I think all of them were previously 2K, and they dropped an update to give them 3K, so I went back to get those. Pretty worthwhile. Colorful Color and My Mate, I think, were new pickups that I got, and obviously having 4,000 gamer score to their name is pretty darn good, so yeah, I picked those up and cruised them out, per usual. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I played with a buddy of mine way back when. Is this another 2020 game? I actually don't remember. Is it 2021 for me? Yep, another 2020. I just love picking up games 3 years later to complete them, I guess. Same for Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh, although I think this game might be a little bit older. Let's see. I actually didn't check this. Yeah, 2017. Whew. So yeah, decided to pick these bad boys back up. I think Wildlands was on Game Pass, and it still is. Yeah, so I picked it up off that just to get that completion once and for all. Because why the heck not for both of them? But they just had, or at least Breakpoint I know had 2 annoying multiplayer achievements that I think I needed to boost with someone, because that game, the main reason why it's annoying is because this game is dead, so it's hard to actually match with people, so you just have to basically boost with someone by having them boot up a game, and then you hope you match together, stuff like that. So 50 Years, another obviously hefty gamer score game that I juiced and boosted for, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say like the price point I bought it for, but a lot of these, like, I probably bought them for $2 to $3 to $4 maybe dollars, just because the price to gamer score, as long as it's like 1 to 1 essentially, or at least like, you know, 1,000 to $1 or $2 is usually pretty good for me. Pikuniku, an Xbox Game Pass game that I dropped. Is this also 2020? Don't tell me. Okay, 2021. Whew, thank God. I remember I got stuck on this achievement. It's basically like a rhythm achievement, or it's more reaction based, but somehow I managed to do this in like 2 tries after 2 years, which is funny. I just like picked the game up and I was like, okay, I'll try to do this achievement because I just want to get this game off my console and out of my system. And I guess I did just that because I managed to get that first try incredibly. So yeah, and you had to hit all the, you basically for that achievement you had to hit all the notes without making a mistake. So yeah. Pixel Gladiator 2K Gamerscore, pretty quick and pretty easy. Innsmouth case, Innsmouth. I think it's Innsmouth. I don't know. Another quick and easy achievement game. Same for Choice of Life and Mushroom Quest here. Although I think Mushroom Quest just got a 1000 edition to it because I think I had previously owned this, or maybe not. I don't remember. No, I think I did play this for the first time and got that 2K. Same with Pixel Gladiator because I think they're made by the same people. So yeah, earliest published by the same people on Xbox. New Lucky's Tale. I've played the original Super Lucky's Tale. The 2 of them are on Game Pass, and pretty fun platformer. Definitely easier, I would say. A vastly easier version of Crash Bandicoot essentially is kind of the gist of this game, and it's pretty fun, I'd say, overall, and easy achievements, so who can complain with that? Yeah, hopefully one day I'll go back and actually get the full 1000, but I just picked it up for a bit because I forget exactly why. I think I needed to install it or something for Game Pass reward points, but other than that, yeah, that would be the only reason why, I think. Otherwise I would have completed it, so yeah. Cosmic Top Secret, quick and easy achievement game. It's actually a pretty goofy little game if you're looking for quick and easy chivos and wanting to have a good laugh, I suppose, at the same time. So yeah. Maquette and Stranded Deep. I guess they're both on Game Pass, but I would say their completions are a little bit different. With Maquette, it's a simple puzzle game, pretty much. A lot of speedrun achievements per level that you had to complete, but nothing too annoying that I can remember. Stranded Deep, this had or I guess it still might have a bug in the game, or I don't even know if it's really a bug. Maybe it's an intended feature, but apparently if you can join someone's server in this game that has all the achievements in the game, you basically get the full 1000 just by joining their game, which is pretty wild. And it looks like that might still be the case, but I'm not too sure. But the real challenge of that game was finding someone in the server browser that had all 1000 and then being able to join them before someone else joined them in the race to get the 1000. Because I remember it was like a mad rush when people learned that this was the case. So yeah, I remember that was just grind city, and that's why it took me like probably 4 to 9 hours. I did also get this on my second account since I just wanted to, essentially. So yeah, it probably took me about 4 hours just to sit in the server browser and be like, please God, someone. Deep Ones, quick and easy achievement game that I bought. Tome. Sure, Tome. Pretty fun Game Pass game, quick and easy. Quake, you can play on PC and get a very, very quick completion with console commands. So, and it's also on Game Pass, so why the heck not, everybody? Am I right? And then I also played. I think they released Quake 2 probably like 2 months ago on Game Pass as well, and it has like the same exact completion that we'll see shortly. And now I think we come to the main event, aside from Venba here. These 6 games here, Smart Moves down to Smart Moves 2, all came in a very, very spicy bundle, which if I can find it, I meant to pull it up earlier, but I forgot, but it's fine. So all these games together, I think, equate to 21,000 Gamerscore based on their stacks. I didn't just come up with that in my head, I remember it. I had calculated it in that prior video of mine, and that 21 gamer score, if you saw there, and I clicked out of it. What the heck is wrong with me? I'm making a point, dummy. This entire bundle for this 21 gamer score costs only 20 bucks, and I believe I bought this game for around 14 to 15 bucks. So if we do the math, dang it, wait, no, that's not how I wanted to show it, but essentially you're paying like 70 cents per 1,000 gamer score, which I found to be just unbelievable, which is probably why the turnaround on my gamer score video here was just so fast, because I basically chopped off like 1/5 of what I actually needed to complete, which is pretty nice. But yeah, definitely if you're in the market for gamer score, that is the biggest ticket item I think I've seen thus far. Literally just paying like 15 to 20 bucks for 21,000 gamer score is pretty nuts. Venba and Figment 2 Game Pass games, pretty quick and easy, pretty fun, I'd say. Soul Hackers 2, made by the same people that make Persona games, Atlas Studio. It's an okay JRPG. As you can see, I've been cooking on it. Funny that I have 31 of 45, but look at the percent of actual gamer score number there. It's kind of funny. I only have 35% technically, when I apparently have 66 of the total achievements. Is that what 31 divided by 45 is, or is that 47, dummy? Yeah, 66, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, one day this will be green, I'm sure. In due time, or at least once it jumps to the top of my priority list. I forget exactly why I dropped it, just kind of fell out of it. It definitely isn't the life sim fun factor I found with Persona 5, but yeah, still a fun game. Quake 2, as we mentioned, it's very quick and easy. I don't believe this had like a list of console commands that you could actually input to get the full 1000 easily, so I kind of had to look up old Quake 2 playthroughs to figure out where to go, but you could have like no clip in God mode, so it was pretty relatively straightforward. Immortality and Tinykin, two games that were getting taken off of Game Pass at the same time, I believe, and I will say, if you're in the market for a really wacko tobacco game, Immortality is your prize. I don't know where I'm going with that. Your golden goose egg or something, I don't know. This game was very interesting. I don't really know how to describe it, to basically explain it as a game itself, but it's basically a visual novel where you piece together a murder of Marissa Marcel, I believe is the main protagonist, quote unquote. I wouldn't really call her that, but she's like the main character you follow, and yeah, it's definitely more of a story-driven game as you go through it, but it is definitely something to check out. It is very goofy. There's a lot of sex and murder. I will say that. Not the reason I played it. I actually don't remember the reason why I played this. I just thought, or I looked it up and I saw this, relatively easy completion time, or short, not easy. This game is by no means an easy completion. I'd say it's a very RNG and annoying one, but if you put your mind to it, it's not too bad. And I somehow managed to complete it in half the estimated time from this site, so that's interesting. But yeah, it's a wild game. It's a wild ride, and I definitely would recommend a playthrough or a pickup of the game if you're interested. It's not on Game Pass anymore, unfortunately, but yeah, if it ever goes on sale at a very decent price for you, definitely look into it, because it is something. It is something else, let me tell you. And it's not just because of the sex. It's like movie sex, by the way. It's not like, oh my god, all of it is shown, right? But yeah, it gets pretty wild. And then Tinykin was just a nice little platformer to play after the madness that was good old Immortality, for sure. So that's that. Splitgate. Splitgate and Halo, I've actually picked up. Splitgate, I mainly started playing again for some of these achievements here. I definitely will not be going for the full completion, as you can see by the 200 hours there that are shown, 200 to 300, but Yeah, there's a very diabolical achievement in here to win, not complete, win 1,047 matches. No thank you. I would like to preserve my mental health in playing a multiplayer game. Apparently you can put yourself in bot lobbies in this game, but I never figured out how people were managing that. I think it's like a region thing, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, one day I'll probably try and at least go back and get a lot of the achievements in that game before the servers potentially get knocked out, which I don't know when that's exactly happening, but I thought it would be happening in the near future, so that's why I kind of started playing it again. But long story short, I just picked it up to, play a little bit. And it actually led into me starting to play Halo, which we'll get to probably relatively shortly here as the scroll bar continues upwards. Robo-Zato, quick and easy achievement game. Evil Existence, another easy achievement game. Terrible ass horror game, but hey, we love horror and we love easy achievements, so sure, why not? Broforce has a very easy exploit to basically get all the achievements very easily, except for one that's glitched on PC for whatever reason. So yeah, maybe one day I'll go back to actually get the completion for that bad boy, but it's on Game Pass right now, and can just easily crank out some easy achievements on it, so why not? Or at least like 99% of it, 93%. So yeah, Short Hike, very fun Game Pass game, quick and easy, of course. It's very similar to Grow Up, was it? Yeah, which was previously on Games for Gold way back when, and yeah, it's not really like this game so much. This is like an entirely different game, but they're like open world explorer type games, and generally quite good fun, I would say. So definitely think about this one. It's still on Game Pass, so go for it, guys. It's a good one, I'd say. The only problem with this game, I'd say, is that the camera is terrible. Oh my god, the camera. And you also probably want a map of the game. I think there's some interactive maps online. Definitely use those. Saints Row the Third, probably my favorite Saints Row game outside of 2. 2 is probably my second favorite, to be fair, just because, I don't know, this game has some childhood nostalgia to me. I don't exactly remember when I first played that game, not like when I originally played this on PC, but when I played this on Xbox. For some reason it didn't log my stuff there, as you saw, but yeah. Decided to just get the completion recently, even though I had completed the game I'd completed it, but I hadn't completed it for achievements, right? So, decided to go back and get some of those really annoying ones out of the way. And trust me, there were some annoying ones, so yeah. Train Sim World 3, Metal Hellsing, and Danganronpa 3. I don't know why I'm struggling to literally read what's on screen, but of course I am. All were getting taken off at the same time, I believe, of Game Pass. And obviously I played them in the order that you're seeing them on your screen. Train Sim World was very interesting, to say the least. You get like most of the gamer score in this game literally just by sleeping, everybody. Yes, you can literally just AFK your controller, and as long as it's plugged into your Xbox and doesn't turn off, you can just easily grind like a 6 to 8 hour achievement for driving like 500 miles or something. Yeah, 500 miles in a locomotive. You can literally just sit back and relax and chug that baby out, and that's why I have an hour video on my channel that I have of me doing such a thing, although it's not obviously 8 hours, it's only an hour. I did stream a bit of me doing that, just idling and doing it, and I was like, I probably don't want to stream while I'm sleeping, so I decided to just make an hour stream and then piece it together and upload it on my channel, as stupid as it is. So yeah, that's the funness of that. And then, I mean, it's just a very easy game. Unfortunately, it's not on Game Pass anymore, but yeah, very easy to complete there. Metal Hellsing again, been there, done that. The Xbox One version, I don't know why on my Series XS it was like locked at 30 FPS, and it was just horrible in comparison to the original to play. I don't know why it was like so stuttery, or not stuttery, just like FPS poo-poo, you know? So still played it because I genuinely enjoy the gameplay, even on assist mode. I think it's just very fun, and the music in the game. The music in the game is obviously the highlight, I'd say. Literally, it's in the damn name, right? Metal Hellsinger. The music and the shooting are just, they're fun, for sure. Even if you're a bastard like me who's cheesing the game on assist mode and just playing the game for achievements, but hey, it was on Game Pass, why not? And it's fun, so, you know. And then we come to Danganronpa V3. Third game in the, well, okay, maybe not the third game in the series. If you know, you know, but it's a third game, technically. Yeah, because there's only 3 games, and then there's like some animes and stuff that I actually haven't watched. I need to watch those, but yeah, those animes diverge heavily from this V3 game. This V3 game is basically its own separate entity, in a sense. It still follows some of the Danganronpa lore, but yeah, not to get too in-depth into it, it just deviates in a weird way that I kind of liked and kind of didn't like. I mean, I don't really play these games so much for the story. I just play them for the self-contained story more than anything, and obviously the achievements, because I'm that guy, right? But yeah, it was different for sure for the Danganronpa series, considering it's the quote-unquote finale of Danganronpa. It was weird, but still fun for sure, and I enjoyed my time with it. Aside from the countdown to the final achievements I needed, this one right here was just hell, absolute hell. You basically just have to train students in the game to a level, and then you can, or not to a level, but you just have to train them in general. You have to train them once for every student, and there's like 59 students or something, right? 16 plus 18 plus, oops, plus 19. I hit my numlock. No, 53. Did I type that in right? Yeah, I did. 53. So, yeah, but every one, oh, it's right there too, dumbass. But every like student takes about 6 minutes to train in that game. So 6 times 53. If we really do the math, what is that? Is that like 5 hours, I think? 6 minutes divided by 60. Yeah, so about 5 hours. Brutal. Yeah, and you just have to do that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts for that achievement, unfortunately. You can't really skip the line, which sucked, so yeah. And it was really down to the wire. I think I completed the game on the 15th, which is when the game was going to go away at like midnight. I think I completed it at like 8 or 9 on that day, so it was definitely close, but thankfully I got it done. Super Hot, another game I decided to go back and play on the good old backlog that is my Games for Gold games that I've procured over the years. So as you saw there, I still have 2 achievements in the game. One that I'd be willing to get. This one you essentially just play the game in real time rather than with the slow-mo, if you know the game. It takes away the slow-mo, so you just play in real time, but this one, nah. no. Maybe one day, but no, not today. Mac Pixel, fun little Game Pass game, for sure. Very, very funny, I would say, this game. If you have a Game Pass, please play this game, because this game is just fun as hell. Fun and funny, for sure. It's basically like a point-and-click adventure. Not minus the adventure, just point-and-click, but fun one for sure. Fun indeed. DPS Idol, these both are free. Not on Game Pass, just free on your Xbox or in the Windows 10 Microsoft Store. And I mean, 2K times 2, what's not to love? And they take about like, what, an hour or 2 maybe? Yeah. Crazy that they just drop these games and they're just super easy. Minus like a couple RNG achievements, but so easy to crank out. And just 4,000 Gamerscore for free. We love that. We love that. Moonscars was a Game Pass game getting taken away. Played it. Pretty fun Metroidvania, 2D Souls-like kind of game. There's a really good guide on Xbox for getting all trophies and achievements that I would highly recommend if you ever play this game and obviously want the achievements or just to play in general. That guide is super helpful. Yeah, just Google it. You'll definitely find it because it's probably the top of the list and the only one that's probably made for Moonscars. But anyway, I will say though, Moonscars, I forgot to mention this in my original video. Terrible FPS for some reason on my Xbox console. I don't know if it's because I was playing on the XS and it wasn't it should be compatible, but it's not like optimized for XS. So I don't know if I would have played it on an Xbox One original if it would have performed better, but I digress. I do remember that had some weird ass performance issues. Here's another pinball game. Still hanging on to one achievement. What is that? 15 million? Yeah, 15 million score. God damn. If you know, you know. And I'm sure there's not a lot of people that have played this game, but man, it's got some annoying shnikes in it in order to get to that 15 million. So yeah, that's all I'll say about it, but otherwise it's a relatively easy game, I guess. And cheap when I bought it, so why not? COD Vanguard, I mean, we know what this yucky cesspool is, but I finally decided to actually play the darn game and get all the campaign achievements since I was just sitting on all the easy zombies achievements being done. So yeah, played that on veteran and it was alright. It wasn't the worst, but it definitely wasn't the funnest thing I've ever played for like 6 hours in order to get it. So yeah, Geometric Sniper game I've kind of started. Haven't really gone back to finishing, but this is a very easy achievement game. Just takes like what, 3 to 4 hours, I think. Maybe kind of, sort of. Yeah, and I'm only about halfway, so. Even though the Gamerscore and achievements don't really speak for it, but whatever. Gabriel's World, very, very easy achievement game. Basically made for children, and it's super easy. It's like a Meat Boy-esque kind of platforming game, which does make the movement rather annoying to figure out. I was going to say this game has performance issues too, but I don't think it's FPS. I think it's just like input delay on your controller usually when you're playing. So, but otherwise, I mean, it's 4K Gamerscore. What could be worse, you know? And then I think somewhere around there and with Halo here that I've picked up, is when I got my technical 600 Gamerscore, or maybe a wee bit further down. Actually, it might have been around Moonscar's pinball, maybe. But yeah, I guess we'll just cover everything that's on screen, because why the heck not? Trek to Yomi and Gris, both 2 Game Pass games. Trek to Yomi was getting taken off Game Pass recently. This game was actually pretty fun. Had some very easy, difficult, or easy. I was going to say easy. I mean, this one's easy, but good old Ronin difficulty was not so much an easy achievement to get, but very fun achievements, very fun gameplay, I would say. Can be frustrating at times, especially when the game decides to put some weird, like, input lag in, or like, I don't know if it's like whiff windows in a single player game, but sometimes you would parry enemies in this game, and if you've played, you would know that parrying is in the game, obviously, but sometimes you would just parry enemies and like your character would actually become a lobotomite and just stop moving, and then you would just get one hit by enemies, which was always very fun. But other than that, I would say that game was a very fun completion for achievements and just fun overall, especially on the 2 difficulties that I played on, Hard and Kensei, which is basically the one-hit mode, where you get 1 hit, but all the enemies in the game also get 1 hit aside from bosses. So then Gris is just a very simple platformer, nothing too crazy, but definitely a very fun, artsy-fartsy kind of game. So yeah. Samurai Warriors, game I'm currently playing right now. Obviously, Dummy is at the top of the list, clearly. And I guess Halo in the same vein. I'm piecing together, as you can see. I've got a long way to go still, but I've definitely been playing a lot of Halo. Specifically, I started on Halo 3 ODST and basically got all the achievements for that game, and now I'm just playing, or trying to knock out a lot of Halo 1 CE and Halo, not 3, Halo 2, which both of those games I think I'm like 50% through the game. But yeah, where are you, ODST? I want to prove that I don't have every achievement, because some of these are just no thank you, right? I don't want to play Lasso. I don't want to, well, I don't have 4 friends to play this with, but yeah, and I don't want to play, I think you can do this with 4 controllers as well, but no. And then legendary speedrunning, nah, I'm good. But yeah, been playing a lot of Halo. I was never a Halo kid. I never had an Xbox or 360, so obviously I wasn't a Halo kid. Well, I mean, it is on PC, but I digress. I was never really into it, but having played the campaigns, I've been enjoying those a lot. Can't really speak for the multiplayer because I hate multiplayer in most games, so I can't imagine playing it in Halo would really matter, and obviously I'm just a achievement hound, so that's all I'm really going for with the game. But I think achievements in Halo mesh together very nicely because it's obviously an Xbox original, or I guess Xbox exclusive is a better way to describe it, even though it's on PC, but not on PlayStation. And then I guess the final game to end on here. I mean, I already talked about Samurai Warriors 5. It's a Muso game. I love Muso games, and I mean the completion will take some time, but yeah, I mean it will take some time, right? Is it 120 hours? Yeah, a little bit of time there to sink my teeth into, but eventually it'll get done. I love Muso games, of course. So, but here we have Hoko Life, which I recently played. This weekend, in fact, at the time of this recording, I played it on the 20th and 21st, and yeah, I would just like everyone to see on screen that I had 1 achievement remaining, right? 30 out of 31. What do you think that last achievement is, everybody? Oh, get all achievements? Uh-oh. What happened there, guys? Do I not have every other achievement? Well, apparently I don't have every achievement on 1 save file. Because this one right here, this dastardly achievement that I decided to make a guide for to help dummies like me that apparently can't get the damn thing to unlock. I don't know what I'm saying, everyone. I'm mad that I didn't get the full completion for this game, even though I cranked it out in 2 days. Put about 20 hours in. That might be a little bit facetious. I think it was probably closer to like 18, but I think I've just been AFK-ing in the game a lot, so we can pretend, right? But regardless, yeah, this game gypped me, unfortunately, so I have to live with the burden of knowing that I don't have the full completion for this piece of crap, but it is what it is. Guess I'll just take my slaps on the face and move on with my life, but yeah. An unfortunality right there for a poor achievement hunter like me. Oh, maybe one day they'll push out like a fix to fix the game, and I'll just randomly get an achievement one day, and then I'll be like, wow, we do not care. But yeah, that takes us to the top of the list, everybody. Hopefully I wasn't going too fast. Obviously, like I mentioned, I had re-recorded this, and my last video took quite some time to push out. Well, not push out, but you know what I mean, record, and I was just talking endlessly for some of these games. But if anything to take from this list here, play in moderation, spend your money in moderation for achievements, play what you like for sure. I would say that's the top thing. Play what provides you with the most happiness, and I guess play Immortality, everybody, because that was a decently fun game, and definitely pick up the pack with all these games in it. It is called I already forgot the name, the Grim Robot Games, which I think is the studio that maybe makes the games, or publishes, I should say. Or, yeah, I guess it does both, develops and publish them. That one is definitely probably the most bang for your buck on the platform. So, yeah, other than that, I guess that's 600k in the books, everybody. Again, I'm not really pushing too fast to get to 700 yet, but maybe something will come around that I'll be like, yes guys, it's time to get going. But until that happens, I will not be recording another video, I guess. I guess as a final thing too, to end things off on, if you go to my profile, my True Achievements profile, I've been making lists of these games, obviously, that are very quick and easy to knock out and get tons of Gamerscore basically mindlessly in. Anything on this list is like under an hour for 1,000 plus. Obviously some games like Cruise Brothers take more. I'd still say this is another game that's like bang for your buck central. But other than that, everything else here is pretty much like quick and easy. The easiest Gamerscore you could ever grab, which is very nice. And then I have a second one because you can only shove 50 games in here, so I started compiling some in here. But yeah, that is that, everybody. So I think I've covered all my bases for this time around, and yeah. Achievements, everybody, we love them. If you like them too, definitely, don't think you're weird, because we love achievements around here, everybody. But yeah, again, spend in moderation though. Don't just be buying stuff for like $5 every week, because a lot of these game companies like to make $5 games that have easy 1,000 gamer score, but they just shovel these things out every week. And I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that spends in moderation $1 or $2 here for a game, and I definitely hunt for value. So yeah, be like me, or if you have $1 billion in the bank, don't be like me. Go for that gamer score. Get the big ooga booga number for sure, because it's worth it, guys. I promise. But yeah, if you like the achievement grind, I'd say it's worth it. But yeah, I'm not the guy to spend that big amount of money on everything. So I don't know why I'm ranting about nonsense. But anyway, I'll wrap up the video here. Thanks for watching as always, guys. And yeah. 700, here I come, baby. 1 mil is closing and I can feel it. Alright, take care, guys. Bye.